So that's when I stopped talking to Gail. But before that, we had something called Day of the Composites that we were working on that was going to reintroduce Plastic Man to the DCU. And she didn't finish it. It was supposed to be 100 pages long. She wrote maybe 65 pages of it. I drew 50 pages of it. And then she just kind of burned out on it. She would turn in these like just random, here's 3 pages that are like floating around here. Like they weren't in order. And it just got frustrating, and we kind of moved on. And it was supposed to be so good. It was just supposed to be so good, and it wasn't. So that was in 2010. I mean, Day of the Composites stretched out like just until like 2012. And then I stopped talking to Gail for a little while. But going back to Day of the Composites, yeah, there's 50 pages of Day of the Composites that never saw completion, and never will. I mean, they never will see completion. It can't happen now. But here's a 4-page spread. Let's see if I can. Should I put it down? Maybe I'll put it down on the ground here. So here's a 4-page spread, all put together, of the return of Plastic Man from Day of the Composites. And here he is, like he's in the Batcave. You can see Batman down there, having just gotten kind of punched out. And Plastic Man is punching the living fuck out of Composite Superboy Robin. And our boy, Kyle Ritter, colored this. Here it is in color by Kyle Ritter. So this is basically what it was. Like, this is what Day of the Composites was supposed to be. It would have been fun. And it's a shame. I really liked this book. I wanted to do it. I was always excited to work with Gail. I always was. It was always something I looked forward to. I considered her a friend. But here's the cover today of the Composites. You got, composite Superman. I mean, this would have been an absolute joy. You've got composite Black Canary Wonder Woman back there. Composite Green Lantern Flash. You see Aquaman. It looks like Metamorpho and Martian Manhunter. Dr. Fate and Red Tornado. It was meant to be. And then, boom. They're absorbing, Composite Superman is absorbing everything from Superman and Batman. It's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. That's what it was supposed to be. That's how it was supposed to be. I changed the S. I did this. I turned it upside down because it was like a disgrace. Like, the whole point is, this is like, they're a disgusting mockery of humanity. So I wanted to, invert, turn the symbol upside down. And obviously this would have been a great t-shirt. Like, can you imagine wearing a t-shirt that's half blue, half gray, and then it's the symbol upside down like that? Everybody would have worn that shirt. It would have been great. But it didn't happen, and that's the difference between working with Jeff Johns and working with Gail Simone. And I do hate to say that. I don't want to badmouth anybody at all. But that is, people do ask all the time, what happened to that project? It didn't get finished, and it's painful to talk about, because it was, to me, like, if I love the Beach Boys, so if I think of myself in a very arrogant way, I don't mean that I really think of myself like Brian Wilson, but if I was Brian Wilson, Invasion of the Day of the Composites would be my smile. It would be my unfinished masterpiece that will never happen, and there are scraps of it that you can see. I can definitely show you bits and pieces of it, but it will never be complete, because it would be impossible to untangle now. Gail Simone wrote this really strange Lois Lane versus Ann Coulter story thread in there that at the time I just went, well, whatever, but it doesn't belong there, and I'd need to pull that out, and then without it, like, the whole structure of what we did kind of falls apart. So it's dead. Like, you can't fix it unless Gail Simone were to come in and fix it, and that's just not going to happen. So DC paid me for it. They paid me for like 50 pages that are never going to see print. unless it was some weird experimental thing. Like here's the way the story looks now, even though it's never going to come out. I mean, the coolest thing was this is my favorite beat. And Gail didn't do this very well, but all right, so the composites have taken over planet Earth. They've taken over. They've composited, and once they composite like Wonder Woman and Black Canary, they're both in stasis and they're being drained. Okay, while their mockery of a composite has taken over, and it's it's running rampant. It's bothering their family and friends. So Superman has been off planet while this is happening, and the one fear is that Superman is going to show up, and he's going to also get composited. And if Superman gets composited, Earth is screwed, because a Superman composite, an evil Superman combined with Batman maybe, would be just unstoppable. So the Green Lantern Corps, all 7,200 of them, have quarantined planet Earth, and you see them, they've sealed off planet Earth. And Superman shows up and he's like, "Where's Lois?" And John Stewart is standing there guarding planet Earth, and he's just like, "Hey, Superman, you're not getting in here. We have the Green Lantern Corps has orders to quarantine planet Earth. You're not coming in." And Superman's just like, "Move or I'll move you." And so we cut to Earth, and it's just like looking up at the sky. The entire sky has turned green, because the Green Lantern Corps has a shield over Earth. So it's like, it's green. The sky is green. And Lois Lane is dealing with fighting a couple of composites on Earth. And Superman's just like, "Move or I'll move you." And the sun is right behind him. And John Stewart is like, "Lanterns, hold the line." And Superman slingshots himself into the sun, and then just comes out like roaring at him. And I was like, okay, so then what we do is we cut right back to Earth, and we see Lois looking up, and you just see the sky turn blue all of a sudden. Like the green sky turns blue, and you're like, "Oh shit." And then you cut to, outer space, and Superman's roaring in, like in flames, just roaring towards Earth. And like all the Green Lanterns, all 7,200 of them have been knocked out. They're just floating in space, and the shield is down. And Gail was like, "I want to show him fighting." I'm like, "No, don't show him fighting. Just show the sky turn blue. That's all you need to do." And that's how you know that Superman has literally beaten all of the Green Lanterns. And she's like, "I want to show him fighting." No, just listen to me. But yeah, she ended up writing the whole fight sequence, and I was like pulling my hair out. Like, you don't need to show it. You just need to show the sky turning blue. But anyway, that would have been like the panel where he's like, "You guys move." Let me see what else is here. Batman survives for a long time. He just shows up, and he's got like this bat sword that he uses to cut Killer Moth and Firefly composite in half. Let me see. It's a lot of stuff on here from that's already seen print. It's like black and white stuff from Hal Jordan that's already in print. I mean, the whole Lois Lane sequence where she's arguing about justifying her relationship with Superman to Ann Coulter. And it's like, I know you're doing this just to kind of stick it in my face, but it's eating up valuable composites page time. Let me see what else is there here. I'm scrolling down, and there's a ton of stuff, but I don't see a lot of composite stuff yet. Yeah, I do wish it had seen print. I wish they would have just printed it incomplete. Just published it incomplete. At least get their money back, say this project's never going to be completed, but here's what there is of it, so don't get mad. This is just, it's just for the sake of publishing work that we already bought. But they don't do that. I mean, obviously they don't do that. All right, so yeah, we showed everybody getting overtaken. Here's the Flash running and being taken down by the spores and just leaving a crease behind him. Oh, that's a different thing. Here is, all right, so Lois Lane versus Aquaman. She just smacks him with her laptop, and she's being surrounded. She throws her laptop. Here's Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn Huntress, and Supergirl. Let's see, Supergirl, Batgirl. And then they tackle Lois Lane. And this is, again, I probably would have gotten in trouble for this, Look at the just spores. Like that's what I said that the inside of them is like pumpkin seeds. Like it's just gross, you know. So they grab her. Here's Aquaman. The two women are holding Lois Lane down, and Aquaman's just spitting pumpkin seeds into her mouth. Like, you know, hey, take these over to your boyfriend Superman. And that was the whole thing. The whole thing was like, hey, we're gonna put this in your mouth, and then, you know, when you see Superman, you're gonna kiss him, and he's gonna be infected with the spores too. He'll see Batman, and then here is okay, so yeah, this is the page just before that. Here's Aquaman smashing the taxi cab. This is the taxi cab that Lois Lane is in. So they know to go get Lois Lane. Look at that. I mean, this is zombie sick. Like it should have been, God, it should have been great. And of course I hide dirty words in everything I do. The cab fare is $1.40, you know, it's 40 cents for tolls, and you turn it upside down and the meter reads, oh shit, you know. So I don't know. That's the kind of thing that I do. Yeah, what's down here? Oh yeah. So he stops the cab with his foot. Hey, look at Harley Quinn Huntress down there. Lois gets out. I mean, they're not very smart. Like the composites they're dumb. They're made of plant matter, you know. They're made of like plant life. They're like walking pumpkins. But anyway, that's Day of the Composites. At least some of the best parts of it. And you know, yeah, it is sad. It makes me sad that it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna see print. Never got finished. Every time we did something together, it just kind of would fall apart, and it sucks.
You touch my collar, my ding ding dong. You touch my collar, my ding ding dong. Deep in the night, I am looking for some fun. Deep in the night, I am looking for some love. Far too manly to sing it.